Morning.
Morning, Jeanie.
Michelle from Limitless Healing Angels. I got a little tongue-tied there. Oh, no. So,
no, sit down.
Welcome to Cards, Coffee, and Cosmic Community. We can do our thing.
Oh, I was too busy worried about the dog kept jumping up, so I'm like, stay down.
Oh, there's hardly any room for us up here.
He wants to be in the middle. He likes to be the center of attention.
He's always the center of attention.
Well, since my rascal died, he's lonely, so he needs a lot more love. Yeah. He's old man, so.
Yeah. Now you got purpose. Check on the cat.
Well, he watches the turtle because we bring the turtle in at night because it's cold.
He's like, you can pet me. You smell like the turkey things that you had, breakfast poppers.
He's the turtle guardian. Like the cat goes near the turtle and he goes,
yeah. You know, it's got to mean something. It's got to mean something when dogs keep sneezing on you. It's got to be, because that is a consistent message.
Anybody know? Let us know.
My dogs and others. So
today is
better be I love you, Mommy.
Yeah, that's it. Tuesday, December 15th.
Oh, get away from the kid. She's gonna bite your butt.
I think she did. That's why he did that.
She did. She totally did. I'm glad it was you and not
Go lay
me.
down over there.
She got me yesterday.
She's a very big fireball. I was listening to that song. That's why she gave me that look.
Yeah, I walked in her house this morning and she's over here dancing out the fireball, and I was like, I'm gonna go back outside.
So I put the best day of my life on there, and then she's okay.
Yeah, it was fine.
I feel good. She goes, that's too old.
Yeah, she antiqued me. Good God. I feel good. No, I don't.
Yes, I do.
Not about that song. Not about you putting it on. What the hell?
Well, anyways, welcome to Cards, Coffee, and Cosmic Community. I think we did that already, but we're doing it again.
Oh, yesterday was so amazing. I kept seeing pictures from all around the world of the way the sun looked after the solar eclipse, and how there was these crazy light anomalies in the sky, and cool. It was just amazing. We had some weird activity in the area last night that was definitely paranormal. So there was, but we've also been noticing a lot of activity in the skies lately, so could be. It was like some Dave Paulides stuff last night, so yeah. If you don't know who Dave Paulides is, you should check him out on YouTube. Can-Am Missing Project, Missing 411. Yeah, then we had that happen last night. But
he's alive.
He's alive, so that was good. Little guy. But yeah, so it's been very, very active. A lot of good energies, a lot of strange energies, and that's just the way 2020 is going out with a bang.
Yeah.
So
better not say that.
Yeah, better watch what I say. It's. I'll be glad when all that energy's cleared and gone, and we can move into 2021
with a welcome hello instead of a bang.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm not gonna manifest that. So no. So yeah, it's a good day.
You starting or am I?
I don't know. Go ahead and start.
I think I'll start with this because I pulled this one yesterday. I pulled it again today. It's the shark. Lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior, which, that's actually kind of funny because we're talking about Bang and, all the activity and stuff going on. So Archangel, Metatron, and Jozo. So, just like we were talking about yesterday, the solar plexus energy, the source energy here, and the sharks with their solar plexus lit up. So, get in touch with that energy because you are a powerful light warrior. So get in touch with that energy and spread the love and light, and let's spread it around the world so we can come back into a place of balance in the world.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And the first two cards I got, they didn't really come out together. They just came out like one right after the other. The first one was contract. Pardon me. these cards have been calling me all week, these energy cards, and I just kept pushing them away for some reason, because I know there's a message in there for me too, and I've just been very resistant about it all week, but they were jumping all over the place today. So I cleared my energy. I did all that first, and then I pulled these cards for the collective energy for today. And it's contract, and it's got the the girl that's blindfolded holding the scales, just kind of weighing her life, weighing her options. So there's a contract that's not completed here. It's like there's missing aspects of it that you're not able to see, and so that could designate that, for some of you, maybe there's some it could be something Akashic, where you want to go into and do some Akashic records work, so that you can go into the Akashic realm. And boy almighty, yesterday and today I just can't talk. So you go into the Akashic realms, and you kind of see what's calling your attention, what's drawing you. Or what I was getting originally was that there's dual messages here. The other part of it is that you and that could be manifesting, that calling could be manifesting in your life now that they're showing me that, because the duality of it, I think, is with the scales. It's more on a spiritual and a physical level. So I think it's more making that spiritual contract manifest in the physical world for you. So I'm just trying to see what they're showing me. So there's that physical aspect of your spiritual contract that you signed before you got here, and there's something missing, something that you're not seeing, so that the path isn't connecting completely. So if you're not able to do that, you might want to do some work in the Akashic realm today, and maybe find a meditation online, or just sit in meditation and try to visualize whatever that means for you. Sometimes it manifests as it's just like a guided meditation you can do, where you can go into the Akashic realms. And for me, when I do it, I usually see like a Grecian kind of temple, and I go in and there's this massive book on the table for me. But for some people it manifests very differently. For some people it manifests in, like a record playing, or whatever mode that information's coming to you on, so just be open to whatever's there and connect to that energy, and go in with a specific intention of asking, what am I missing? What aspect am I missing that I can bring it into my physical world, and I can complete my path, whatever that is.
Well, and I get the message, like, you have to remember, because a lot of times we get depressed when things around us aren't going well with our family, our kids, other members in our tribe, and to remember that everybody had a contract coming in. They knew what they were getting into. So you have to release that you can control what's going on with them, because they have their own path, their own contract, and you have to let them do their own way. They have to find their own way, because you can be the light, and that's all you can do. You can't help them except for being the example and being the light, and let them come into their own path of what their contract is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody has free will, and everybody has the opportunity to make a different choice, or to change that path, or to rewrite that contract. They choose not to, that's on them. That may be their contract, is to experience some aspect of whatever they're going through, and you may think of that as being harmful or negative bad to them, or in some way, shape, or form, but that may be what they need to experience in this life. And so right now at this time, there's a lot of people checking out. There's a lot of people that are leaving for multiple reasons. It may be that they're not meshing with the new energies that are coming in, or maybe that it's just their time is done. They've done what they needed to do for this. Part of this contract, this is a strategy card, and it's got a lot of geometrical shapes on there, and on the journal log that it's got there. So what I see with the feather that's laying across it is like a lightness, and a lightness in the way you're communicating. So, and I mean, don't like rid yourself of whatever heaviness is there. Set up a strategy for yourself as far as your contract goes. Set up a plan, write down your intention. And if that, you don't literally have to write it down, but that just means make it real, manifest that intention, and go into whatever meditative state you choose, and work on that. Have your guides give you a sign of whatever you're missing or whatever path you need to do, changes you need to make.
And with that yellow, you go back into them, the solar plexus, and just let that light shine bright.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like over here. It's reiterating it again today.
Yeah. So I think this one will go next. The closer we get to the end of our present evolutionary stage, the more dysfunctional the ego becomes. In the same way that the caterpillar becomes dysfunctional just before it transforms into a butterfly. But the new consciousness is arising even as the old dissolves. So remember, this is just a stage, a phase that you're going through. So once you get into that solar plexus and open up, then you're going to emerge and be a beautiful butterfly.
Mm-hmm. Again, with that solar plexus, a lot of times, that's where we connect, our empathic gifts connect to. So there's a lot of this yellow energy here. When you said depression before, you're talking about the past and depression, and a lot of the times when you're feeling disconnected from from life and what you have to do, that's the chakra you want to come out of, because it's not balanced. It needs some attention. And so when it's out of balance, you will start feeling symptoms of depression. And a lot of the times, like the conversation we had yesterday about being in the past, the present, the future, and I forget what that saying comes down to.
Like
but
the
when
depression is the past, the stress is the future.
Mm-hmm. So when you're so focused on the past all the time of what the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and looking at that, instead of staying there and staying stuck there, remove yourself and
get in the now.
Get in the now. And that's what the chakras are all about. It's about connecting you to the now, about finding the balance here so that you can move forward right here and now and create the future that's coming. You don't want the anxiety of the future and all the what ifs, and you don't want to be back with the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You want to be present in your daily life. And so do some work on the solar plexus today and get that going and open up. And
I think that one goes.
And that's exactly what I was going to go to. So, because you were talking about the depression, and I pulled this one out, and I was like, yep, your greatest joy pollinates the world. And I think we said this yesterday too, but Spirit wants it to be heard definitely. So the way to connect yourself to joy, and this sun is kind of representative of your solar plexus. So all that energy is definitely, you want to blossom, you want to bloom like these flowers are. You want to be fully present in your life. So the only way you can do that is to really connect with yourself, connect with Spirit is all around you. The universe is literally all around you. So just call out to it and ask for help. They're there to support you and guide you. You've got guides and ancestors and guardians all around you that if you're not fully present here, you're not going to even realize they're there. You're not going to connect to them. It's like, take aside all the spiritual, metaphysical aspects of it in your life. If you've ever suffered from depression, when you start getting depressed, you go in, your whole body shifts, your physical being shifts, and you go inward. You don't pay attention to what's going on around you. You are so completely stuck in the past that you're curled up and you're unable to connect with the people around you and what's going on. And so if you're able to open yourself up and let your light shine, you're able to become expansive, become connected to everything. You're more aware of what's around you.
Well, and if you can find joy in anything, I mean, you just have to look for it. Look for joy in the smallest part. I mean, sometimes I'm at work and I'm getting a little stressed out, and I have a beautiful tree outside my window. Well, yesterday, because I was off for a few days, so then I had a lot of work to do, and I was getting a little anxious, and then I'm like, no, and I look out and there's these 3 hummingbirds. Shoo, 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 shoo. I'm like, well, hello. So I paused, from work. And I looked and I'm like, oh, so then that gave me a little bit of joy. So then I went back centered instead of going into that anxious, futuristic, because that's your future. When you go anxious, stressed, you're in the future. So I'm like, oh, look at that. And I went back. I do that a lot because I'll hear birds or stuff. So then I'm like, oh, so just look for the littlest things.
It's kind of funny because we had a conversation going into work yesterday morning. She drops me off and she was a little anxious, I could tell. about she took a couple days off because she was sick last week. So she's thinking, I have so much work to do, there's so much going on, blah, blah, blah. So here she is in the future building up that anxiety. And then what happens? Spirit brought her right back. But she was aware enough to say, hey, they're here reminding me to be joyful, reminding me to be lighthearted, reminding me to be present.
And they are every time you start doing that, if you just stop, take a deep breath, then you're back in the moment, and then you might hear a bird or you might see something, catch your eye or something, and you're like, what was that? And
those are all synchronicities that happen more and more and more often, the more you become aware of it.
So then this one is, to be still is to be conscious without thought. You are never essentially more deeply yourself than when you are still. When you are still, and that's where the deep breath comes in when you're feeling that anxiety, because then you're still. So when you are still, you are who you were before you temporarily assumed this physical and mental form called a person. You are also who you will be when this form dissolves. So if you can, anytime, when you're feeling a little bit, just take that stillness, even if it's seconds, it can bring you right back to the heart center, and then, then you can, if you need a little bit longer, if I need a little longer, I'll go to the bathroom and sit in the bathroom for a minute. Or, if you can, take a walk or whatever, just stretch your legs, I'll go in the coffee room and, get coffee or act like I'm getting coffee, or something.
Well, it's funny because I know her like the back of my hand. She thinks that I'm resistant to dancing. I'm actually really liking dancing now. Just don't tell her.
I know. She was trying not to dance, and then I look up and she'll.
Yeah, she's.
I'm like, you can't help but dance a fireball.
I'm walking over. I'm walking over here. I don't even like to move. I'm walking over here, and I'm all business. I got to do this. Again in the future. Got to do this. Got to do this. And then I walk in the door and see that, and I'm just cracking up inside myself. Like, but my natural state of being is like sarcastic. So I was just like, oh, I'm out of here.
So the last one I got was an orange dragon. Bring soul families and community together. Spread belonging, warmth, and oneness. Bring people everywhere together. So, and that's what this time is about. Getting into your true self, your true nature, and spreading the love, and let it shine out into the world.
Definitely is. And while are you all done? I felt like I had one more. No. And my last card is hydrate. Hydrate, because one, you're going to need to replenish what you've lost from all the anxiety and fears and all the negativity that's been running through you, all the toxins as they're coming out of your body. As you start doing all that, release them, clear them out, remove them from you, and then replenish what you've lost as far as electrolytes and what have you.
And again, when you take a shower.
Oh, and this is super, super important for clarity, for connecting to spirit, because you're electromagnetic beings. We all are. And if you don't have that, you don't get that piezoelectric connection to spirit that's all around you.
And that's why we feel the little tinglies down our bodies.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, I love that. So have a wonderful, amazing day. Yep. And
love you.
Love you. Have
love and light. Bye. Animals. Holy crap. She was between, well, hey, at least she sat down.